Got another question there?
Yep. From Ed. Speaking of Teams, can you display more than 4 users at a time in a conference? Actually, with this one, it was within the past week that Microsoft Teams has upped it to 9. So instead of having the 2x2 boxes whenever you're in a meeting and then whoever speaks shows up, now it's a 3x3. So now you have 9, and then whoever's speaking at the time will show up if there's more than 9 people at a time. That was released within the past couple days. I know that was high on their priority list to get done, and it's been taken care of over the past couple days.
Microsoft's pushing out quite a few things, just like Zoom is as well. Some features. So Microsoft now has the ability in Teams to have some virtual backgrounds, so you don't have to look at whatever's behind you. You can put up some wallpaper type stuff, different scenes and scenarios, scenery. There we go, scenery. Some different scenery. They're also so Zoom was kind of the leader, I guess, in some of this, the ability to go ahead and like raise a hand in a meeting, annotate on a screen. Microsoft's pretty quick behind coming up with a lot of those features built in as well. But good question. Good question. Where are we at right now? We're on Teams. Yeah, we love Teams. We've been using Microsoft Teams for 2 years now. And it is Microsoft's fastest adopted piece of software ever. And the caveat there is it's free. Well, I guess nothing is really free in life. You do have to have an Office 365 account. And although right now Microsoft is offering it free during the pandemic here, but there's a lot of great tools that you can use there. We have had a couple clients, some larger clients that we're in the talks of migrating over to something like Microsoft Teams prior to this, and then this hit. During this time, if you do have a large staff that has to be trained on how to do something differently, because one thing that I've noticed in 20-something years of doing this, a lot of people know how to do something one way. If you change it on them, boy, you're going to have problems. So, training goes a long way with this, and training for a new tool and pushing something out with your whole workforce spread out all over the place is probably not the best time to do that, but it can be done, just really depending on the size of your company and the need that you have there. But if your company's not using Teams and utilizing it, one thing with Teams that we love here at the Miller Group is we don't use email to communicate anymore, not at all. Everything's done through Teams, and if you think of it kind of like your phone. If you in your text app, how you have all your text kind of separated there in different threads, Teams kind of has their chatting like that as well. It's great for that. But then we even break it down inside Teams. You have what they call teams, and teams are basically kind of like groups or subject matter type discussions. We have a few where we break it down into different departments here, like an HR team. We have our service techs are all part of a team. And then conversations and files are all kind of stored inside those teams, which makes it really easy to find what you're needing. Gone are the days where we send a spreadsheet via email to 3 or 4 people as an attachment, and we ask for advice and changes to it, and everybody makes changes, sends it back in a reply all, and you get to the point where you don't even know which copy is the live copy, and you have copies all over the place. Something like Microsoft Teams, you work on one file, you have conversations right there in the file itself, and you always know which one's the live version because it's just one version, it's always right there.